Mic check. Mic check. All right, welcome into Levy Ice Arena, the June Rockwell Levy Ice Rink here at Burrillville High School in Burrillville, Rhode Island. It is the second game of a three-game series, best of three series, I should say, between the Cumberland Clippers and the Ponaganset Chieftains. Cumberland in the dark unis with the blue numbers. They are the visiting team tonight, and at home are your Ponaganset Chieftains wearing those home unis that they've been so accustomed to this season. Looking for a win, or they go home and they will look forward to the 2025-26 season. Is gonna get some starting lineups first. Ponaganset, they're all ready to go. Cumberland still in the huddle, and the PA announcer is saying starting lineup for tonight's game will be Cumberland, who will be announced first as the visiting team. This game will be brought to you by me, Tim Duffy, on the call here tonight for Rhode Island High School Division II playoff hockey. Game 2 of the series, which you're watching on Fans Only Sports. Alex Orzenki, first starter. Hunter Jones, Ryan Scott, Colin Peterson, number 18. Evan Horning on defense, and in net here tonight. Man, they've been looking for some great goaltending all year. Patrick Bradley, the sophomore. And now the Ponaganset Chieftains, their home team, here tonight. Christian Sanders, the first starter, listed for Ponaganset. Garrett Scott. Tyler Kutu, number 44. Maybe we'll see his sister sing the national anthem again. Tyler Gerby on defense, and final skater here for Ponaganset. It is the captain, number 49, Troy Gerby, rounding out the skaters here. And in net is the captain, Rudy Boivay, the senior. They are in need of a victory here today. He'll be in net, looking to make it happen. National anthem time.
With Mia Kutu singing our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the peril of fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
All right, 15 minutes on the clock. First of two playoff games here tonight from Levy, as the Chieftains looking to save their season. Clippers lead the series 1-0 after a victory last night at the Dennis M. Lynch Arena in Pawtucket. A 3-1 win over the Chieftains. Looking to send this team to Schneider Arena in their first year back in Division II. Coming in as the 3rd seed, Ponaganset the 6th seed. The battle of two teams up north, Ponaganset and Cumberland. Here in this game brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads, who's on a mission to bring the game of ice hockey to more people in communities across the nation. They create products to help share the love for hockey and also donate a portion of every sale to make youth hockey accessible to more families across the nation. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code, all caps, FO Sports 10. That's FOSPORTZ10 to get 10% off of your next purchase. Rowdy atmosphere. This barn is packed. And we are underway here in Burrillville with Ponaganset winning the opening tip at first. Gets smacked down the ice. Bradley out of the net to make a play on it and leaves it for Alex Rosenke, the sophomore. It's a young Cumberland team. Here's Jones, first shot of the game, saved by Boyve. They open up with Hunter Jones, back up to the point for Horning, and he turns it over to Gerby, the captain, and Gerby on his knees, got up to Sanders somehow, but it's going to be offsides, and that's how. First whistle of the game comes 29 seconds in. This one is Kutu looking to get through traffic and leave it up for Garrett Scott in the corner. Centering pass for Sanders got blocked and taken back by Cumberland. It's Cuccinata, gets it up ahead to Sean Taylor, leading scorer of this team. One of the best in the state. Taylor, who got tripped up on the play. That's going to be the first penalty of the game. And Ponaganset, who's the most penalized team in Division II, will get their first just 53 seconds into this one. And it is the junior Christian Sanders entering the sin bin for the first time today. For the Chieftains for a tripping call. Puts Cumberland on their first power play today. Team's first power play now underway. What can the Clippers do with it here? Good look for Taylor at the left wing circle, and it flies by him. Pass a little bit too strong coming from Evan Horning. Taylor wrapping around behind the net. Get it back up top for Jones, and Jones going to get a stick on it here. 20 seconds expired here on the penalty. Jones off the boards, up to Horning. Horning trying to keep his men on side and could not. As a couple of Clippers were above the line right there. Most notably, I think it was Dylan Skirka, the junior. Alternate captain of this team. I apologize. It's actually the 4 versus 5 matchup, not the 3 versus 6. Ponaganset the 4, the 5 rather. Cumberland the 4. Horning gets it back down low. Centering pass here for Skirka that got deflected and finds Taylor now, the left wing. Banks it off the boards, up to Horning. Horning looking for somewhere, and that shot hits the post for Taylor. Taylor has had a lot of success against this Ponaganset team this season with 4 goals in the 2 regular season games. That is going to stop the clock as well here as the net came off the rails just a little bit, and it was enough to blow it dead with 57 seconds left on the power play. Coming up next, we got Burrillville taking on Bishop Hendricken, a 1 versus 8 matchup in the second game from Levy today. This game with some high stakes though. Cumberland a win away, advancing to the semifinal round. The winner of this series will play the winner of the East Scratch NK series. This one tips towards the net. Back up top for Taylor. Taylor centering pass there, and Skirka off his stick. And Taylor, leading scorer in the state this year with 39 points in league play in just 16 games. 4th leading scorer, including the playoffs. He led the state for a while. And Jones got that one blocked by Omar Alfawaz. To back down low for Peterson. Peterson back to Ionetta. Peterson finds Jones at the point. Launches from distance. This one tipped by Taylor. Goes out to the right side. Final 5 seconds. And that will officially conclude the first power play today. Ponaganset gets a big-time kill in the game's first 3 minutes, and Sanders back on the ice. Gerby trying to get it out there, and It's right back to Jones, who's trying to create some more offensive zone time and can't. Deshae's the first one there, and he turns it back over. Sanders, though, finds his puck on the near side, and Sanders looking to get through and could not. This one bounces back to center ice here for Steve Gingell, and just dumped that one into the zone. Bradley will come out of net to make a play on it and gets it up to Hunter Jones. Jones now on the move with it is Curry, the senior, and John Curry got sat down by D'Alessio. Curry had his only goal of the season against these Ponaganset Chieftains on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Gingell trying to clear it out, can't. Curry losing his balance. He's fell a couple times here on his first shift on the ice. That's sent the other way, though. D'Alessio trying to catch up to it and can't. As Alex Warzecki, the first one there, gives it right back to Scott. Scott. Horning. Up to Brodny, and Brodny turns it over here. This one is a centering pass for Scott. Off his stick awkwardly and pokes wide of the net. As Sabatos turned that one back over, but now finds Gerby on the other end, and he'll have to try to reset here. That'll be the first icing today, and it is against Ponaganset. 4.5 minutes into this one. So Cumberland, they swept the season series against Pono. They won 3-0 on January 24th. And 3 weeks later, won here, 4-3 at Levy. We had that game right here on Fans Only Sports Network. And they also won last night as well, leading the series 1-0. As Ionetta gets it back for the Clippers. Ionetta off the board. And Deshays finds Sabatos, and now here's Scott in pursuit. Scott, who had 16 points this season in regular season play, sets up Sabatos, but too many black jerseys in the area. Skirka, the first one there for the Clippers to knock it away. Here's Taylor trying to get through, and does. Taylor, he's got Skirka in the slot. A little bit too late to get it to him, though. And Sabatos got a piece of that to get it right back for Ponaganset. Scott flips it down the ice. And Alphawas, can he win the race before it's iced? And he will not. Close, though. Not quite. Bring it back the other way here with 9 and change in the first period. Horning trying to get through traffic. D'Alessio and Gerby gets in there. That shot got on goal, and it got saved by Boivay. Long look there from Colin Peterson. Nearly squeaked into the legs of Rudy Boivay, and he was able to get his kneecaps and thighs on it and prevent it from getting by him in the 5-hole that time. Gerby a little bit late coming off the ice and was almost too many men. This one is going to be iced once more by the Chieftains. Back-to-back icings for Ponaganset. 2 in the last 20 seconds. Face off here, and Kutu able to win it for a sec for the Chieftains, and Jones slaps it off the boards. Racing after it here is Ryan Scott for Cumberland, and Scott trying to win the wrestle for it. Physical first 6 minutes here from Cumberland. This one slapped by Steve Gingell. Still free. Gingell and Jones fighting for it, and Jones able to win it for the Clippers. Looking for somebody here. Up to the point. That shot not going to happen for Horning as he whiffed on it, then got off that on the second try, and he got saved by Boivay. On the other end, Warzecki will race after it here. Warzecki going full steam ahead right up the gut. Dumps this one a little bit too tall of the net. And Gerby the first one there for Ponaganset. Gerby. A dump in his own right that time. And Gabriel Paquin will win the race to it for the Chieftains, the freshman. Turns it back over here, though. Harris Fratelli gives it up. Sean Taylor dances with it, going right. Taylor shot a ripper. Too tall on the net that time. And here's Alfawaz. Puts us into traffic there for Scott. Back up to Gerby. Gerby launches. That one, Bradley got a piece of it and put it back in the corner there. Frey Torelli turns it back over. Alfawaz started to heat up towards the end of the year offensively, and I don't think these two teams are situated just yet. A lot of sloppiness here in the first half of the first period. Skirka will reset for Cumberland. Skirka finds Taylor down there, and it gets by him. Just an inch behind him that time. And now DeLessio couldn't get it up to Paquin there. Fight for here, which Paquin won for a sec. And now Skirka up to Taylor. Taylor goes right. Taylor wraps around the net. Taylor shot this one off to the mark. Follow that time from Cuccinata, not going to go either. Body flying that time, and the shot from Skirka saved by Rudy Boivay. 7:04 to go here in the first period. And I'll say it again like I do every time we're here at Levy. I mean, it's just so great having the coaches right below you, being able to hear everything and see all the action take place. So game 3, if Ponaganset wins, would take place Monday. There's actually a penalty there as well. My apologies. It's against Taylor. So the first power play for Ponaganset now. That was for that hit along the boards. And it's going to be the Chieftains' first power play today. Jones able to clear this one and kill the first 15 seconds. It's an interference call against Sean Taylor. So Gerby gives it up to Lester, trying to get through to Shea's going to help out at the right wing. His shot got on there. Alfawaz to follow, couldn't make a play on it either. And now it's going to be a 5-on-3. And now that's going to be another penalty. And all Pono had to do was let Cumberland touch it, and it would have been a 5-on-3. And at the very end of the play, Alfawaz laid his back in there and is going in the box for 2 minutes. And that is what has plagued Ponaganset all year long, is penalties. Most penalized team in D2. They had Steinkamp, who was outside with a broken ankle that he suffered in the last game of the season against North Kingstown, and Garrett Scott, each with over 40 penalty minutes this year. And instead of a 5-on-3, it's going to be a 5-on-4. Still a power play here, so the call for the first penalty was a roughing. And there's already 4 penalties here in the first 9 minutes of action. I believe the penalized Clipper was Max Ionetta. We know Alfawaz just got in there for 2 minutes for Ponaganset. But what a miscue by Alfawaz right there. And here's a shot, still a power play, and that one got slapped out at the end of the play there by Taylor. That shot from Sanders saved, still free and still alive. And Bradley does just enough to clean it up. 68 seconds left on the power play. This shot off the mark. Gerby will fly to the point to go grab it. Up to Sanders. Down low for Scott, and this one turned over back to Jones. And now Jones on the other end. Jones short-handed, his shot saved. Gerby. And it was actually Alex Warzecki instead of Ionetta. That's the one who's in the box. So, and Alfawaz, as you saw, also in there for a roughing as well. Now Jones, 25 seconds left in the 5-on-4. This one's sent the other way now by Colin Peterson. Gerby will get it, and disappointment on the Ponaganset bench as the power play ending in 10 seconds. They turn it back over. Peterson could not get up to it before Boivay is able to cover up here. 5:06 left in the first period. And just what a monumental error. Instead of it being a 5-on-3, they end up with nothing. Still 3 seconds left on the power play, but they're on into the ice, the Chieftains, that is. And the scores table is letting the clock run. What are they doing? This happens sometimes here at Levy where they will let this thing run or they just won't even run it a little bit. And now Taylor goes back in the box. He came out just a few seconds early. So there's still 3 seconds left on the penalty, and the error from the scores table upstairs made Taylor think the penalty was over. Still 3 seconds left though, and about a 70-second difference between his penalty and then the Warzecki and Alfawaz penalties. So they'll be in the box for another minute or so. That one they got on net, and now Taylor can come out and get back on the ice. Looking for some quick offense. Taylor could not get through, and now has it again. Lifted away from Sabatos that time. Taylor dances on to Shays and turns it back over to Sabatos. Looking to get something off the wall, and Scott cannot get back up to it there, and that one for Scott. That's Ryan Scott, that is, for Cumberland. Got saved by Boivay. Taylor behind the net. Sets it up inside, and Boivay got a piece of it first. That's going to be no icing on the play. Actually will be icing, my apologies. 4:13 to go in the first period. And now Alfawaz and Warzecki are actually going to come out of the box here. Taylor and Garrett Scott on the faceoff. Scott wins it for Ponaganset. Gerby looking to make something happen here. Gerby, another guy who really started to heat up towards the end of the year in terms of what he could provide offensively. Listed as a defenseman on this team. And this season with 6 goals, 7 assists. And that's iced again by the Chieftains, as you can tell. It's coming back the other way here, and Ponaganset has had about half a dozen icing calls here in the first period already. Only 11 minutes in. They had 3 in succession just a few minutes ago, and they can't figure it out here in the first period. It's a team that is, not very afraid of starting slow. First period, not really their forte in terms of scoring, and this one I thought it'd be ice, but had no chance of getting down there. Skirka battling for it with Sanders right below us. And now here is Skirka who gets it back. Gerby will catch up to him, and Skirka lost his stick as a result. And now Skirka puts Gerby on his behind, and this might be a penalty on somebody. I mean, it's gotta be. Skirka and Gerby were fighting for it, and Skirka extended his arms a little bit. And he can't believe he's going to the box here, and he will be going to the box. He's screaming, "Are you serious?" And yeah, buddy. The referees were serious, but Garrett Scott will also go to the box as well for Ponaganset. And the first time these two teams met, only 2 penalties. Last time they played 7 penalties in the regular season, and now in Game 2 of this playoff series, 6 first-period penalties. Here in the first 12 minutes, Scott, who had 43 penalty minutes in the regular season, including 19 in the last 6 games of the season, will go to the box for 2 more here in the playoffs. And now another big hit. D'Alessio laid him out against the boards there. Stops the clock as Horning was the recipient of that hit that time. Look at all those kids in the penalty box as well. Let's see if this will be another penalty here. I'm not quite sure. And yeah, they're just saying the clock never started, so.
Cumberland Clippers penalty number 4, Dylan Stricker, 2 minutes for roughing.
So the clock never started. They're going to take 3 seconds off the power play, and that might be a little bit generous there.
2 minutes roughing. Chieftains penalty 21, Garrett Scott, 2 minutes roughing.
Gerby winning the face-off, and Gerby trying to get through traffic. This is going to go back to center ice here for Warzecki. They'll flip it down there. Gerby will win the race to it. So 6 penalties here in the first. That's going to be another icing call against Ponaganset as well. One sent in there by Ionetta for Cumberland. Gerby will get it back for the Chieftains and try to spin up to Kutu, couldn't. And it'll be Hunter Jones getting it back at center ice. Jones surveys and launches on the other side here. This one hit off the boards by Scott. It'll bounce over to Tyler Gerby. Racing after it, Warzecki, and this first period, which was starting to pace very well, it's now really slowing down with all the penalties we've seen, and that is going to be another icing call, this time against Cumberland, though. 1 minute and 1 ticks to go on the roughing penalties we just saw exchanged. This one is kicked, and now a 3-on-1. Taylor leads it. Taylor takes it, saved. And Taylor, he had Uchinata with him right there as well and took it himself. Looking for a rebound, but Boyd does a good job not allowing that to happen. And they squander the 3-on-1 there. Uchinata now trying to get it. Taylor will race back up to it, gets it back down low, sets it up in the middle that time. And it's going to fly by Fraterelli, and this is going to be another stoppage of clock for offsides against the Clippers. "31 seconds left here in the first, not period, but on the penalties. 1 minute 51 to go in the first, and you can tell the intensity between these two teams has been sky high so far up to this point. Alfawaz flying through traffic. Alfawaz takes it right wing. That's behind the net. Alfawaz, high slot, rips it in there. This one got deflected, sent off line by Chieftain that time, and Jones trying to get it back down low. Gerby from behind the net. Gerby trying to get inside and got it ripped away. Got to get back on defense here, the Chieftains, as they're eyeing Evan Horning, who's coming down the near side here. Horning took a huge shot. Got the Ponaganset bench excited. Steve Gingell, the glue guy, bringing the energy that time. Laying the hit, but here's Taylor with under a minute to go in the first. Taylor trying to wrap around. Taylor got the shot on goal somehow, and it got saved by Boyve on that left side of the net that almost saw it slip by him again. 49.7 seconds to go here in the first period, and first time these two teams met, no goals were scored in the first. Second time they met in the regular season, 4 goals scored in the first. Looking much like the first matchup here in this game, as Alfawas looking to get there, could not win the race as the sophomore Warzecki speeding up to it. Alfawas fighting for it back there, set up Scott. Centering pass for Alfawas, who got the backhander and just misses out to the right side of the net. Alfawas again slipping through and lost his balance, and the shot goes offline as a result. Skirka trying to get by Deshays and does, but a great defensive play by Scott to get down low and rip it away. Final 10 seconds. They say no icing, play on. And Warzecki looking to just hold this one out. Kutu, one more chance, and they called offsides, and they did with 0.1 seconds to go here in the first period. And referees, ethical call with 0.1 seconds left. And that's just going to drop the puck, and neither guy, Taylor or Scott, even trying to get that face off. But the two best scoring defenses in Division II. Classically, a scoreless first period, 0-0 after 1 between the Chieftains and the Clippers here in a win-or-go-home game for Ponaganset. This game brought to you once again by Iron and Steel Threads, who's on a mission to bring the game of ice hockey to more people and communities across the nation. They create products that help share their love for hockey and also donate a portion of every sale to make youth hockey accessible to more families across America. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSports10 to get 10% off of your next purchase. And if you're on your iPhone, swipe over to Instagram, give them a follow at ironsteelthreads. So no goals in the first, 6 penalties, a lot of bruises. So we're going to flip sides and head to period number 2 in just 1 sec. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. All right, 15 minutes back on the clock. Who's going to score first between the Clippers and the Chieftains? As Cumberland, they outshot Ponaganset in both games this regular season, looking pretty close up to this point. I think Ponaganset with a slight advantage. We don't have the official shot count here, but it's been close as Gerby flips it down the ice. Horning will get there first, hits the face mask of Scott, somehow stays in play as it's grazed off the top of the net, of the boards rather, and now here is Jones, ripped it away. Jones' shot off to the right. Rebound, a long one, and nothing's going to come away with it there. And now Scott, this is going to be clean to play with. No icing or offsides. Scott sets it up in the middle for Sanders, and this one somehow got off his stick onto the nets, but Bradley making the play, and the Cumberland is actually winning the shot count because I realize I haven't said Bradley's name in quite a while. Coming in this game, 7-2-1 on the year in league play. Got another great goaltender, the junior, and Jackson Barry, who was 5-0-0-1 on the year, and overtime loss being the other digit in that structured numbers, but Bradley allowing 2.3 goals a game. Alfawas trying to get one here, and that shot saved by Bradley, who also has that 91.1 save percentage as well. Had some excellent reps this season in net for the Clippers. Here's the face-off. It is won by, doesn't even matter because it's Gingell all the way back to grab it for Ponaganset. Up to Cody Sabatos. Now Alfawaz in pursuit of D'Alessio. Alfawaz's shot off to the mark. D'Alessio gets by there. It's back there to get it, and then Alfawaz takes it back. Gingell. This one will be iced all the way from the neutral zone that time. As we are 85 seconds into this second period. And Ponaganset, who has won on defense this year. They have the best scoring defense in the league. 34 goals allowed in 16 games. Cumberland right behind them at 36 goals allowed, but this Clipper team can score. They had 26 more goals than the Chieftains this season, 63-37, the count there. Looking to get the first here this evening in Burrillville. Scott flips it over to Gerby. Gerby from behind the net. Up to Sanders. Sanders centering pass for Kutu. Flips it down there, and Kutu got that one on net, but Bradley knocks it out. Here's Horning. Gerby. Out of his pocket pick that time by Will Anderson, the freshman, and now a big hit on Gerby. Sets up some offense here, and this one got on net for Boivay. Got it saved. Long shot got blocked. It was Horning that time, getting it ripped away by Troy Gerby, who takes it back here. Gerby got on net. That one saved. Warzecki up ahead. And this is going to be no icing call on Lucas Brodney, another freshman on this team. This is a young Cumberland team. And look at the landscape of RI Division II. It's impressive how many games that they've won. 12 games won this year. Only 4 seniors on this roster. That shot on net, but got saved by Boivay. It was Scott from the right wing circle, one of the seniors I just mentioned on this team. And Boivay makes the save. And Rudy Boivay, he's been active. He's been dealing with a shoulder injury as well. And he gets that one saved right off the face-off that time. Peterson, the shot taker, and couldn't believe he couldn't squeak that one in. Jake Steinkamp as well, the best scorer for Ponaganset. You're missing him right now, especially in this playoff run. Just 1 goal through the first 4 periods of the Chieftains' 2025 playoff run. They can't just rely on their defense because Cumberland is going to come after him here. Sabatos trying to get it out. And this is going to be cross ice for D'Alessio, and couldn't win the race. Skirka got a piece of it first. Big hit on Ryan Scott trying to get it back for Ponaganset, and Skirka all the way back down there will win the race to it. Set up Scott near side, coming down the right wing. Scott. And a big fight for it in the corner here. Jones able to come away with it, and Jones turnaround look got saved by Boivay. With another big save as Cumberland has done some dominant stuff on the shot on goal count in the period, including one right here from Horning. But once again, Rudy Boivay makes a big play. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties for a quick sec. Back to action. Here's Kutu. Getting through. Kutu got it saved as the Chiefs, they need a shot on goal. They only had 1 in the period up to this point, and that one going to get saved again by Bradley. So a lot going on in the Rhode Island Division II playoff landscape up to this point, as the new playoff bracket and the new way things go with the RPI, rating points index, definitely have shaken up some of the standings. Rating percentage index, rather, but East Greenwich, EGTG up 1-0 in the series over NK. They play at Boss in game 2. Cumberland, Pono, you already know what's going on in that one. They play the winner of that series. Portsmouth and Narragansett, they've already played 2 games and they have drawn even at 1 apiece. Game 3 will be at the Portsmouth Abbey on Monday, and the BVS co-op team with a huge win last night against the 10-seed Lincoln, who snuck in as the 7th seed with a win over Cranston West in the play-in. Here's a shot, it's saved, rebound for Gerby. Also saved. Alfawas took the initial shot there all the way back down the ice, and it's going to be iced again with, pardon our clock, but 9:36 to go in the second. So the winner of the BVS Lincoln series to play the winner of Portsmouth Narragansett. And that latter series should be a fun, exciting ending between Portsmouth, who's been so dominant all year, and Naraho, who's been cheeky this season, can try to win an upset. Here's Hunter Jones on the other end. Going to get something going here for Cumberland. Can't. In traffic, Sabatos trying to take it away. Rather, that was Nate West, the junior, getting his first shift tonight. DeShays trapped in the corner, trying to get it up ahead, and it's going to almost sneak in. He probably gets it benched, but Jones able to catch it and put it back down in stride there. That was pretty impressive. And now here's Scott. Scott got it off. It's saved off the chest of Boivedi. He just leaves it for Steve Gingell that time. This one is sent back on the other direction for Alex Worzecki. DeShays up to West, and here's Alfawaz, and Alfawaz trying to get through traffic. Gives up for DeLessio. DeLessio got it ripped away. Jones on the other end. Jones' shot saved by Boivedi. Gingell the board. Other direction here. Scott leaves it for Skirka. Skirka back in the corner this time it goes, and it's going to be DeShays who will ice this for Ponaganset with 8:09 left here before intermission. And still a scoreless game as we're approaching the midpoint. This one, a lot of low-scoring games around the state last night and in Division I and II. I was at the 3-0 Moses Brown victory over Smithfield last night, at 3-6 matchup in Division I. And here's the shot right off the face-off for Skirka, got saved. Taylor puts it back down low. And they're still playing the music here. The score is stable at Levy. Got to figure it out a little bit. You can't be playing the music while the game is live. As I don't know if that's a written rule or unwritten, but you don't see it very often, so you know it's definitely something erroneous, and they turn it back off. Here's Kutu off the boards. Skirka will get back there for the Clippers. Back on the ice comes Garrett Scott for another shift. Taylor in pursuit. His shot got blocked by Gerby, and Gerby and Taylor, that was Tyler that time, they slide down with each other as we are officially halfway through this game here on Fans Only Sports Network. But it's Kutu lead a 3-on-2, sets up in the middle that time for Sanders, and they couldn't get a shot off there. Skirka the other way though for Cumberland. Skirka leaves it. Taylor scores! He does it to Ponaganset again. Had 5 of them against the Chieftains in the regular season and has one here to put his team in front with 7:11 left here in the second. The senior Taylor, an absolute snipe. Sean Taylor. So Sean Taylor, who had 24 of those in the regular season. Yes, 24 goals in 16 league games. And now on the other end, it's Brodney, the freshman. Got that one slapped away by Boivay. Hornig with the assist along with Skirka. Trying to get through traffic that time, and this is going to be another penalty on the ice. Our first here of the second period, and it's going to be a trip against the Clippers. You don't see a trip on the plus side of the ice very often, and Lucas Brodney, the freshman, will go in for 2. So second power play, or second full power play that Ponaganset's hoping to be on right here. Last time they had a power play, they ended up completing it, but they could have had a 5-on-3, which they squandered with a bad foul of their own. Gerby gets it back here, 10 seconds into the power play. Off the boards, trying to get up to D'Alessio, and they do. D'Alessio shot got on net, but got saved. Gerby from behind the net. And this will be sent down the ice again by the Clippers. 30 seconds into the power play. Alfawaz dances with it. Alfawaz leaves it for Gerby. Gerby fires this one off the mark. 6 minutes left here in the second. Alfawaz back up top for Gingell. You got down low for Alfawaz, but it's going to fly by him. And Warzecki will send it the other way again. Another clear on the power play for the Clippers. That's their third. They've done a good job killing for what's been the first minute of this power play. Taylor lays the boom, and Jones gets it right back. Jones' shot saved. Back in the corner it goes. A hit after the shot, which the Clippers were calling for a penalty. Not going to get one here. D'Alessio fires. This one on net. Got saved by Bradley. Scott. Ooh, and a big collision into the boards there for Skirka. Now Scott says they went a little bit too tall. 30 seconds in the power play. Deshays launches. Saved, rebound, and they can't fly in there before Bradley's on top of it that time. And then a shove after the play as well. Scott still on the ice. And Jones is going to the box for Cumberland. Hunter Jones, they sent him first. Let's see if anybody else gets to the box, but it is Garrett Scott, who is still slow to get up, and now, after Ponaganset failed to have a 5-on-3 the first time they had a chance to, looks like they are going to now with 31 seconds left here in the second period. Already the 8th penalty of this game, 5th against Cumberland. Ponaganset with 3 up to this point. And is Jones in there for the first time today. Is 8 penalties by 8 different players, so they love to spread the love, make some space in the sin bin. 5-on-3 starting here. They got 25 ticks to work with. Deshays. They had a 5-on-3 last night as well, which they failed to convert on towards the end of the game. Down 2 goals. Gerby. It's it back to Alfawaz. Alfawaz through traffic. Gerby fights for it back and gets it. Trying to find someone here. 5-on-3 expires in 2 seconds, and it's now a minute 29 power play again for Ponaganset. Back to 5-on-4. Here's a shot from Kutu, saved, and the rebound D'Alessio could not get a piece of. All the way back to center ice for Deshays. Gets back to his own blue line here, and Deshays comes up the near side. Flips it down the left wing. For Ali, the first one there. Cumberland bench yelling to ice it, and they can't. With Kutu getting it back, this is going to be another blown play, as this will result in another roughing call. And this time it's against Gerby. So forget the power play. It's going to be another penalty. And this time the captain will go in for 2 minutes for another roughing call. So a minute 6 separates the 2 penalties. That's going to leave Cumberland with 54 seconds on the advantage. when Jones comes out of the box. So 9 penalties today between the two teams. And if you thought this game was chippy, hear this, 6 of them have been roughing penalties here in the first 2 periods, including the 2 that we are seeing right now. 4:10 left before intermission. Down the ice. This one off the boards, and first one there is Ionetta for Cumberland. Ionetta up ahead. This one down for Blake Beers and Bears. Nothing there. Rather, that was, Warzecki. And now here is Scott on the 4-on-4. Kutu is onside, and they're actually going to blow it dead first. He was off. 18 seconds left on the Jones penalty. Then Gerby will have to hold his breath tight for the next 54 seconds. And the captain in a winner-go-home game in what could be his last high school game, just praying his team will not go down 2-0. This Chieftain team has a ton of seniors on it. 13 seniors on this team. They tried to set up Horning that time, could not. And they're going to let this thing play out with Taylor. And now the power play for Cumberland begins. Skirka. And so many penalties here today, but a lot of them have come in succession with both these teams doing it with each other. You know, roughing calls and interferences, and not too many power plays, or full power plays at least. And Cumberland will try to work here with 30 seconds left. Skirka. Down the ice, he flips it, and Tyler Gerby the first one there, trying to do it out for his brother this time. Here is the play from behind the net. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Taylor gets it back in the corner with 10. Bounces back over to Peterson. Peterson finds Jones up top, and Jones will try to help out right out of the box, and now it's going to be another penalty kill for Ponaganset here, and they needed that one with 2:20 left here in the period. Gerby back on the ice, right out of the box. Jones up to Skirka. Skirka. Gerby rips it away from him. Gerby has it right wing. Gerby got it off, and it's saved. He was falling down while taking the shot. Didn't have a great chance to get a good angle that time, and it's an easy save for Patrick Bradley. With 1:59 left in the second, is Taylor the lone goal scorer here in this game at about the 7:11 mark of this period. If you're just tuning in, you want to check that out. The only action here, oh, this one almost was some more from Alfawaz and Kutu. Trying to tie it up are the Chieftains. Gingell got that one blocked. Sent back the other way here, and Boyve will let that one ice with 1:42 left here in the second. That shot right off the faceoff, too tall. Kutu trying to set up Alfawaz. Couldn't get a good stick on it that time. And it's going to be the Clippers back the other way here. Down the ice, Boyve got a piece of it and makes the save. Back in the corner it goes. This one got on net again, and Boyve will cover it up again with 81 seconds left here in the second. Final ticks to go. This one too tall. Right off the faceoff for Jones. Back up top, Horning got in there and scooped off the ice. Boyve makes another good save that time as He's had to do a lot to keep his team in the game up to this point. And it's kind of a miracle. It's still a 1-up the game with Cumberland dominating the shot count, especially here in the second period. The Chieftains really missing Steinkamp right now. Horning at the point. Steps into it. Got it off. It tips in for Hunter Jones, I believe. Let's see who they give it to. But Jones and Horning make it a 2-0 game. And they're actually deciding who's going to lead the line, and it will be Jones, the captain, with the goal. With 58.7 seconds left here in the second, as Horning gets his second assist. He had 9 of those in the regular season, and Jones had 5 goals in the regular season. Gets one there to get it up to a 2-score game. Ooh, sorry about the clock. There is still 58.7 seconds left. So just under a minute to go remaining in the second period of the doubleheader here from Levy. Burrillville and Hendricken up next here on Fans Only Sports Network. If you want to tune in, that will be live on the channel as well. Here's Jones, though. And Jones centering pass. This one is off the stick of Taylor and sent down the ice by Kutu. No icing call, as Horning will get after it for the Clippers. They turn it over, though. Scott trying to get through the slot. Could not. Scott looking to dance on his defender this time. Can't do it either there. Skirka takes it away. Skirka, final seconds. Taylor want to get it in his hands into Shays. Good stick to get it back for Ponaganset, looking to survive this second period without allowing another one. As Taylor doing everything he can to set up another chance with 10 seconds. Here's Jones back inside for Taylor, and DeShays was in the right spot to make a play. That's going to end the second period, as Cumberland, after a scoreless first, able to put 2 on the board with Taylor and Jones, the 2 captains, 2 seniors, making this a 2-0 game here on Fans Only Sports Network, brought to you once again by Iron and Steel Threads, who's on a mission to bring the game of ice hockey to more people and communities across the nation. They create products to help share their love for hockey and also donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families across the nation. Go visit ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSports10 to get 10% off of your next purchase. So when we come back, 15 minutes will be put back on the clock between Cumberland and the Chieftains, looking to get a comeback. Cumberland looking to book their trip to Providence College next weekend. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports. All right, one more period here from Levy. 15 minutes left on the clock. Tim Duffy bringing it back here live on Fans Only Sports Network, which could be the last period we see here for the 2024-25 Ponaganset Chieftains. They need to win this game to keep their season alive. If Cumberland wins, they will move on to the next round. Play a one-game semifinal series against the winner of the EGTG North Kingstown series. The 1-versus-8 series. Clippers able to add 2 goals into the second period. One from that guy Taylor, who gives it up. The other end to Cuccinata that time, and this is going to be sent all the way back down the ice. Garrett Scott gets in there to make a feisty play to get it back. Kutu has it, left wing. Kutu again, this one blocked in front. Sanders got a piece of it. Gerby gets out in the neutral zone, and Gerby offside. Sanders and Scott were in the area on the line. I think Scott was the one who was just barely off in the first stoppage of the clock. Here in the third period comes 37 seconds in. Cumberland wins this face-off here. Jones has it, and they give it right back. Gerby trying to get it down there. He was penalized in the second period. Kutu, his shot was blocked right in front. Jones, and then Gerby. Chances with the neutral zone. Over to Tyler Gerby, near side, and Tyler Gerby gets this one down the ice. Kutu, the backhand shot. Going to go off the mark that time. This one is tipped around and caught in the air by Jones. Jones, who had the second goal at the end of the second period with 59 seconds left. Trying to get it down low there, could not. Skirka in his own zone. Skirka gets it up ahead for Scott, and this is going to be sent in the middle there. D'Alessio gets sat down by Sean Taylor. Sent back down the ice. Taylor will get there first and has a couple of Clippers collide, or Chieftains rather collide with each other. The shot from Scott was off the mark. And it was D'Alessio and Gerby who got sandwiched in between the slicing Sean Taylor and got a collision of each other. Clippers couldn't capitalize on the 2 men down, despite getting a shot on goal. This one tipped around in front. Boivay knocks it away, and Taylor almost got in there for the shot on goal. Goes up in the air there. Taylor gives it up inside. That shot saved. I think they got a piece of it, and then sending it down the ice to ice it one more time was Ryan D'Alessio. Bring it back the other way again as Clippers and Chieftains. 2-game series has really been all Clippers up to this point. They've outscored them 5-1 so far through the 2 games. Looking for a 4-0 season sweep over the home team, Ponaganset Chieftains. It's been a wonderful ride having to do this team all season. Here at Levy. Here's a good look for Taylor. Oh, it got blocked right in front and goes sky high. Alfawaz got a piece of it there. Sends it offline. Coming up next, Burrillville, who I haven't seen in a while personally. I'm in a neighboring town from Levy, so I get sent to Levy to do these games a lot. So Burrillville, they got most of their home games in the beginning of the year. Ponaganset, most of them in the back half of the year, including a couple in the final week of the regular season on a Tuesday and Thursday. And they're looking to win this on a Saturday and keep their season alive, but the time of possession has been all Cumberland as Will Anderson sends this one into the zone. Kutu looking to clear it. And Kutu sandwiched between a couple of Clipper defenders. Could not hang on for too long. John Curry sends it down the ice. And now getting back to it here is Gingell. Gingell down there for Kutu, and Kutu got deflected right there. This one is tipped in front. Here's a backhand look for Taylor. It's saved. And put back down by Taylor. Horning sends it down there. Gingell. D'Alessio. Back up top. It's Warzecki. Kutu. Alfawaz. Horning. Taylor again. Puts it back the other way that time. Horning. Taylor comes out of the pile with it. 3-on-2 loading up. Taylor shot off the mark, just off to the left. And now it is Chuchinata, and this will be sent down the ice. Will it be icing? They say yes, it will, with 10:36 to go here in this one. Bring it back the other way, and Ponaganset, all they can really do a lot of the times is ice it, and they've done a ton today. And like I mentioned, Sean Taylor, who has dominated the Chieftains this season in the 2 regular season victories, had a goal earlier, had the first one from a beautiful shot from the high slot. Looking for some more here. Jones not get through Gerby, but Taylor had the game-winning goal on February 14th. Here's a shot. It's going to be a penalty against the Clippers. It's going to be Hunter Jones, and we've seen 10 penalties here today. Jones will be the first player to go to the box twice. So he had a rough in the second. Will go in for 2 minutes for a hook this time. And Ponaganset, a must-needed power play. Let's see if the Chieftains can punch one in on this power play here. As they had a 5-on-3 in the second, they couldn't punch it in. They've had a couple of power plays here today. I mean, despite all the penalties, that's 7 now against the Clippers. Rather 6, excuse me. I mentioned last period, a couple of them coming in succession behind each other, one for each team, which, you know, cut some power plays short as Ponaganset gets a quick shot on goal here with Alfawaz, and the 5 out there for the Chieftains. Deshays, Kutu, Gerby, Alfawaz, and Garrett Scott. And Cumberland couldn't believe the call on the ice. There was a Clipper out there who was very vocal about the call there being against Cumberland, saying Pana was holding, but the refs giving the Chieftains the power play. Kutu trying to get it in the corner here. Can't. Scott from behind the net. Scott tries to have Alfawaz inside. Backhand shot for Deshays. It's still free in front. Kutu has a good look. He scores! Tyler Kutu, the power play goal. Took them just 34 seconds, and the Chieftains have some life. It's back to a 1-goal game with 9:39 again. First power play goal of the series for the Chieftains. Garrett Scott with the assist. And Scott fighting for it here. Levy has some life now. This one slapped on the near side. Finds Gerby. Gerby over to his brother. Now Alfawaz. Hard off the wall. Spins around the glass. D'Alessio trying to get there, and it's going to be iced by Cumberland with just over 6 minutes left. 6 minutes into, rather, this third period. But Tyler Kutu, the senior, who had 4 goals in the regular season, is able to get this back to a 1-score game. And after a disastrous second period by the Chieftains, Took them 6 penalties from Cumberland to get a power play goal, and they do it right there. So Jones trying to get through, can't. DeShays sends it back down there. Skirka turns it over. DeShays sends it down there. Bradley out net to make a play on it, and Bradley, who was hoping for a shutout, came in this game with a 2.3 GAA. Allows one there. DeShays trying to win the race. Jones came out of nowhere to get it first, and I think DeShays thought he had it. Here's Peterson, though, centering pass, the shot gets saved. It was Scott who had a good look and couldn't make the play. This one all the way down the ice, and resetting here is Ionetta. It's going to be another penalty on the ice for a hook. And it's going to be against Garrett Scott, who is now in the box again for the second time. And now it's going to leave the Chieftains shorthanded here. Cumberland back on the power play. They haven't scored a power play goal today on their 2 goals. Neither were on the advantage. And now they have a chance to make it 3-1. Jones has it left side. That one got blocked in front. And Kutu gets the puck here. And Kutu shorthanded down the ice. Kutu takes it and saved. And now the whistles will blow again. The referee blowing it dead here right in front of the net. And we always see Tyler Kutu coming down the ice with these heads-up plays. And the referee is telling the Ponaganset bench that you guys' man is not starting the clock. And look at that clock right there. That was more than a 7-second sequence. In fact, it was about a 15, 16-second sequence on the power play, and they may have to send their Ponaganset player to serve 2 minutes for the scorer's table right here. I think they warned them earlier. That if it happened again, they're gonna have to, penalize them. But I'm not sure it will. That's not fair to the players. So I'm not sure about the rules there. I'm not personally, but it gives the Clippers about 8 more seconds on the power play than what they needed. And maybe if you're thinking at home, why don't you step in, Tim, the commentator? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll tell them what time I have. I don't know. And they do wind off some more seconds here. They're gonna bring this down to a favorable number. They put it at 7:39 on the clock, and it's a minute 43 on the power play now, and they killed 10 more seconds off. And the referee, he was very, very livid about that, and see, I'm going to lose my mind if this keeps happening. And the clock confirmed is moving now here at Levy Ice Rink as we are over halfway through this third period. Could be Ponaganset's last of the season. Gerby knocks it down there to kill some time. It's not icing here in Rhode Island high school hockey. Shorthand on the power play as it's Taylor coming down the left wing. Taylor, teammate stayed on side here, leaves it for Jones, and Jones at the circle gives it up off the stick of Peterson. Peterson gives it up right side. Circa in the middle. Centering pass blocked by Gerby. And we'll go all the way back down the ice. Kills about 30 more seconds off the penalty as we're at 50 seconds and counting down now. No call here as Skirka, or Taylor rather, lost his footing and flew into the ice. And now crossing the blue line is Horning. Horning with Alfawaz. And Gerby in pursuit. Gerby got a piece of that one. Horning. And Alfawaz knocks it down the ice. Gets on net. Bradley comes out to make a play on it, and Skirka, first one there for the Clippers. Alfawaz gets it shorthanded. 10 seconds left on the Clipper power play. And that is going to be back to 5-on-5 now, as they still have the puck here in possession. Was Iannetta. His shot got saved. Stays alive for Cuccinata on the corner. And now Scott. Down the far side, Scott. Loose puck, Alfawaz found it. That's going to be sent back the other way. No icing on the call as Iannetta looking to reset here for the Clippers. Taylor off his stick. Taylor, ooh, and Alfawaz. A very loud banging of the boards right there. Deshays sends it down the ice, and it's going to be Warzecki who's there first. Warzecki got that one tipped, and now it's Iannetta again. Deshays at center ice. Up to Omar Alfawaz, and first one there is Iannetta for Cumberland. For Torelli. One's turned over. D'Alessio trying to get through. D'Alessio. And he got that one on goal from behind the net, and Bradley swatted out as we're under 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Here's Scott, right side. Got his pocket picked that time, and Scott lost his footing. No tripping call on the ice. And I think Warzecki was holding his breath, thinking there was a possibility with the way these refs have been holding their hands up today. It's going to get iced by the Clippers with 4:21 to go. Bring it back the other way here as Cumberland has, dominated this series this season. Like I've mentioned a couple times, they've won all 3 games. Only once was it a one-score contest, a Valentine's Day matchup in which Taylor scored the game-winning goal in the 3rd period. Gerby trying to get it to somebody. Puts it in no man's land instead. Is Peterson the only one there for the Clippers? Is Ponaganset. This also could very well be their last game as just Ponaganset. They're losing, 13 players due to graduation. They don't have enough to field the entire squad, and trying to get out the great memory if they're able to win this game and win this series. To win this game, it wouldn't be their last game, but could be their last moments as just the Ponaganset high school hockey team. Let's see how this incoming freshman class is, though, here in Gloucester, Foster, Rhode Island. Jones trying to kill some clock. Jones got it ripped away by D'Alessio, centering pass, nobody home. And Gerby gets it back at center ice here for the Chieftains, who have control of possession here in the 3rd. Kutu shot off the mark. Scott gets it back on the left wing. Scott looking to get through some traffic and can't, as Peterson, the first one there for Cumberland. That's going to be iced with 3:11 to go. Face off here. Benches are loud. This is going to be no icing this time, as a Chieftain got a piece of it on the other end. Taylor has it on the right wing, but can't allow him to for too long. Alfawaz here. Now Gerby. 3 minutes to go. Gerby up ahead. And it's Scott trying to get through traffic and can't. As I now the first one there, to get a piece of it. Taylor up to Deshays. Deshays up to Kutu. Kutu launches looking for a rebound and gets it with Gerby here. Gerby tries again off to the right side. Kutu hits it down the ice, and now Deshays. Up to Kutu again. Kutu finds Scott, and Scott. Bradley pokes it back in the corner. It's loose behind the net. Fratelli got a piece of it there. And Deshays gets it back at center ice. Deshays. Looking for an answer is Scott, and he's going to glide on the net. Helmet falling off of Bradley as well, and got a Clipper down the corner too. And Ponaganset will take their timeout here with 2:01 to go here in regulation. And Boyve coming onto the bench. He knows he's going to get pulled at some point. Two minutes, 1 second left to decide the seasons for both these two teams. Clippers 2, Chieftains 1. Here in this game, brought to you again by Iron and Steel Threads, who's on a mission to bring the game of ice hockey to more people and communities across the nation. They create products to help share their love for hockey and also donate a portion of every sale to make youth hockey accessible to more families across America. Go to ironsteelthreads.com, use coupon code FOSports10 to get 10% off your next purchase. Looking at that Clippers clipboard right there, and my man Jared getting a good shot of that. I'm sure the Chieftains would love to be watching the stream right now to see what's on there. Let's take a look. The Bishop Hendricken Hawks have arrived here waiting for their game. They're up next at 7:15. It's going to start a little bit later than that, I imagine, with the ice having happened, and if this game resumes, along with the warm-up as well. But the Broncos are in the building too. They're ready to go up next as well here in this electric playoff doubleheader. 2:01 left in this Division II matchup. Boyve is still in the net for now. He's walking about 5 feet up and will stay in for the moment. Gerby at the point will get it back here. Spin over to Kutu. As it caroms off the boards. Kutu not hanging on to it for too long, and he's trying to fight for it back. Could not. Here's Taylor. They want it in his hands for the Clippers. Taylor gets it at the wing. Looking for Jones, and it's still free, and that is going to be blown dead here with $1:40 to go. Well, down the ice, Kutu is ready for it and trying to set it up. Worzeki's chasing. Kutu stops and pops, and his shot saved by Bradley with 90 seconds remaining. And Kutu always ready for it. Worzeki was right there with him, putting his 110% effort into that possession, but Bradley making the biggest play of them all and getting the save here. And now Cumberland will take their timeout. We'll take one too. Clippers up 1. 90 seconds remain. Who will come out on top? We'll find out up next. Minute 30 left between Ponaganset and Cumberland. Face off here, and the Clippers are going to take advantage of now an empty net here. So the net is empty, and the Clippers are yelling to shoot it. Their benches, the Shays, and now Taylor takes it back. Taylor for the dagger. It's over. Number 2 for Taylor, the empty netter, puts this thing away. Just 16 seconds later. And Cumberland is going to the semifinals. Still some time on the clock, but 2 goals in 70 seconds is going to be hard to do for the Chieftains here, and they're going to have to blow this out and redo the face-off. Gerby will get after it, and for the Chieftains, we're going to get 5 seniors out on the ice for, it's going to be the last time they'll play together here at Levy Ice Rink. A minute left. No icing against Ponaganset. So the 5 out there, McPhee, who we haven't said his name today, Kutu. It's Garrett Scott, Tyler Gerby, and Troy Gerby. This one gets slapped by Taylor. Taylor had a vicious roar entering the bench, as he should. That's his second goal, going to put this away. Jones now has it for Cumberland and couldn't get the shot off right there. Looking for the wrister that time. This one sent inside for Peterson. He couldn't get the shot off either. Now Scott looking to get through traffic, could not. Skirka, 15 seconds remain. Kutu will have one more shot, and he actually put it in, but they blew it dead first. He put that in, but it's blown dead first. And the whistles were blown dead before the play, and Skirka, his stick somehow went all the way on the other side of the ice. And Scott is going to go to the penalty box. Referee saying 21, get out of the box. And for Garrett Scott, it's a fitting way to end his season and high school career, his 3rd penalty today. And it's going to be the 2nd time he's been called for roughing. So 9.4 seconds left. They still haven't even added the Sean Taylor goal onto the scoreboard, but it's a 3-1 Cumberland game. And they actually will keep 5 on the ice. So and Scott, you're going to actually kick him out of the game. He's out of the game for launching Skirka's stick like that. So I need someone to serve this penalty with 9.4 seconds. So there's 5 on the ice, ref. So just get one of these guys on there, but it's going to be Sabatos, the sophomore. And you don't see this very often. They're going to let Ponaganset play with 5 on. And Skirka, he didn't get penalized for anything he did. And now they're saying someone get off, and it'll be McPhee who gets off the ice. Now they're saying just let McPhee stay out there. It's his first shift. His senior year, Kutu's going to ice this, and that's going to end it. Cumberland to the next round. They win the series 2-0. As they are going to play the winner of the EGTG versus North Kingstown series at Schneider Arena next week. So that's it for game 1. The Clippers, they get 2 in the second, 1 in the third on the empty netter. Ponaganset fought hard, looking for the comeback. And for the Chieftains, that ends their season, and the 13 seniors on this team, it'll be a tough pill for them to swallow, but that's it from us here on Fans Only Sports Network. 3-1 the final. Coming up next, Burrillville and Hendricken in Game 2 of the Division I series. We'll see you guys.